Hi, it's Doug from Doug and Wolf. Hopefully you had an opportunity to listen to Newsmakers Week, presented by National Bank of Arizona. On day 5, we focused on Steve Keim, Greg Byrne, and Brian Sperber. Let's start things off with Steve Keim. He had an interesting comment. You should see the passion in his face and the sound in his voice when he spoke about Michael Sam and whether Michael Sam's preferences will have any effect on the opportunity for him to be an Arizona Cardinal.
Let me say this, and this is, I want to make this clear. Every player that we evaluate for the upcoming draft, we judge them on their physical skill set, we judge them on their football character, we judge them on their ability to learn and process, as I spoke about earlier, and we judge them on their medical history. Race, religion, sexual orientation, those aspects are never even brought into the process. So what I'm concerned about is how talented is Michael Sam, number one. Is he a good teammate? Is he good in the locker room? Is he smart? Is he competitive? And what does his medical history look like?
Now, we also asked Steve Keim about the series of one-year contracts that he handed out for the 2013 season and which one of those players who received one really stood out to him and who's a major target for 2014.
Obviously, Carlos Dansby stands out as the guy who played at an extremely high level. But when you go back and you look at his numbers in Miami, he played at a high level there, too. Yeah. I think he had 130-plus tackles in Miami the previous season. And that may have been a financial reason. But Carlos was not only a fantastic player on the field for us, he added huge leadership skills to our locker room. And anytime that you can have a middle linebacker with Carlos's experience, with his intelligence, his ability to line up and help other players around him, I mean, he was a huge asset.
Then we had U of A Athletic Director Greg Byrne come in studio. And Greg and I talked about the issues of this new rule in the NCAA football realm of a delay of game penalty if you run a play within the first 10 seconds of the play clock. What Greg told us is this is not a player safety issue after talking to his trainer.
Actually, our trainer, Randy Cohen, is one of the I think he's the president of the National Trainers Association. I'm getting that wrong, the terminology exactly, but he's one of the leaders in it. And he and I spoke about it. He actually was quoted in the Birmingham paper by John Solomon yesterday, saying there is no data from his perspective and his peers that he talks to support that as well.
Our last guest on day 5 was Brian Sperber. He is the director of PIR. He told us PIR is still in a great position to always hold on to 2 races, which is important because so many tracks who are at only 1 race would like to steal somebody else's second race. So Phoenix International Raceway, a huge economic driver. And that wrapped up Newsmakers Week, presented by National Bank of Arizona. Some of the major highlights of the whole week had to be when we were talking to Kevin Towers, the Diamondbacks general manager, when we asked him about the critics who challenged him on trading away so many young players. He said to us he wants to win now. He's not ashamed of winning now, and he knows more about the players he's trading than any of the other teams. We also talked to Dan Marley, almost the adopted native son of Phoenix. He told us he's never been as happy as he is right now as the head coach of Grand Canyon. And Jerry Colangelo, the godfather of Phoenix, in studio for an hour to talk about USA basketball in Tempe, USA basketball in general. But the main takeaway is when he said the 3 things he wants to be remembered for: faith, family, and community. Check out the videos on the Newsmakers page at arizonasports.com to find these videos, and especially Jerry Colangelo telling you what community means to him. Thanks for listening to Doug and Wolf on Arizona Sports, now on 98.7 FM.